So for the Purim edition of the Webdvar, I actually want to connect Purim, the message of Purim, and something we find in our Parsha, which I think is really beautiful, and that is the following. We know that the number one word to describe what we do on Purim, the focus of our day, and not only just Purim, but the entire month of Adar, is that of Simcha. Mishenichas Adar marbin b'simcha. When Adar comes, we have to add on to our Simcha. To add on means that inherently we have to have Simcha all year long. We have to rejoice, we have to be happy on a certain level all year long. And when the month of Adar comes, then we increase it more than normal, more than usual. So this Simcha is really something which sounds simple, but it's not. Simcha is the ability to have peace of mind. Simcha is not to worry, just to deal with the here and now. Simcha is to be able to walk around with a little bit of a smile on our face. And there are times in life when it's so difficult. And so we have one day a year where it's just kulo simcha, all happiness. Don't worry about tomorrow. Don't investigate that which is not important at the moment. Just focus on the day. Just focus on being happy. And we have 1 month during the year where we just need to also focus on the simcha, focus on the happiness. So I want to tie it to the Parsha because this Parsha is incredibly heavy. It's one of the heaviest Parshas in the Torah. And I'm not talking about the weight. I'm talking about the emotions. Klal Yisrael, the Jewish people, betray Hashem, and they build an egel. The one thing Hashem wanted from us was not to betray Him. Don't have any other gods. And boom, we betray Hashem. And so Moshe comes down from Har Sinai, and Moshe does something dramatic. When he sees everyone frolicking and dancing around this egel, this golden calf, Moshe says, there is something these people need to shake them up. And he takes these luchos, he takes these stones, these 2 tablets that were shaped and created by Hashem, and then were written on them by Hashem, this heavenly object, and takes it and smashes it to pieces. And it was as if Moshe needed to do something that was extreme in order to stop the people, in order to have them, wow, be in awe, be in shock of what was happening, so that they could come to their senses. And Moshe does it. And indeed, the people come to their senses. They realize, what happened to us? We lost ourselves. And we know the rest of the story. But there are moments in life where we need to just pinch ourselves, just stop ourselves. Because we get so caught up in so many different things and so many different emotions. We need to stop ourselves to make sure that we're really aware of what's going on, of what's happening with us. And I think that that's one of the messages of Purim, in which HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to us, sometimes we can get caught up in sadness, we can get caught up in stress, we can get caught up in worry and fear about what's going to be tomorrow. I don't have enough money, I'm worried about someone not being well, I'm worried about this person's upset at me, or I'm upset at that person. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu says, stop, wake up, today, be b'simcha, be happy. You're able to wake up. We're able to wake up this morning. We woke up, we opened up our eyes. We were able to move our legs. We were able to open our mouths. We were able to be in a home in which we're able to find shelter. We had food to eat. We have families that we care about, that can understand that we feel love for and they feel love for us. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to us, one day at the minimum, just stop what we're doing and recognize the simcha that we have Hashem in our lives and that He provides for us on so many different levels. And perhaps that message of what Moshe did, albeit at a very different time, and in a moment of tremendous chaos, in which Hashem was so angry at us that Moshe needed to do something to shock us, and He did. So perhaps we need that a little bit ourselves, to shock us into remembering that we need simcha, we need joy in our lives, we need to be happy. Yes, there is reality, but sometimes reality needs to wait for tomorrow. Sometimes reality needs to be divided from the reality of that which we are worried about and the reality of the facts on the ground. and all that we have, all that we should be besimcha about on a regular basis. May we indeed internalize this message of Purim and fulfill the words of the Gemara of Mishenichnas Adar Marbim Besimcha, and have so much simcha on Purim internally that we can find peace of heart, peace of mind, that we can be besimcha and take Purim with us, as they say, agans yor freilich, to have happiness an entire year, sometimes more, sometimes less, but a little element of feeling that joy within us, the joy just to be able to breathe, the joy to recognize the blessings that Hashem has given to us in our lives. Freilich and Purim, Chag Purim Sameach. Thank you for listening, and have a good Shabbos.